wins this game. But everything's on the line. That's the only mindset you can put yourself on when you're in this. You got to try to win. And speaking of that player, he is here. He is Huck. Down in the red at the bottom right from the Team Cole, a teammate of Gonzi, we have Hart.
6 side view.
6 side view.
All right.
Watch out, Spielberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think he probably has to. That was better than the whole AI movie, so congratulations, Stasis.
Hart was my least favorite Captain Planet superpower.
Well, of course. What does it do? Like the little monkey tells him that there's pollution in the river or something. And he goes down and talks to a dolphin, and the dolphin's like, "Yeah."
The dolphin's like, "There's an oil rig over here," and I'm like, "Okay, dolphins don't know what oil rigs are. Like, I don't trust what the dolphin says."
And I mean, even so, what, dolphin? We need oil to run our cars.
Yeah.
Like, you're lucky I don't make you into a dolphin fin sandwich, man. Just cut that fin off and dump that dolphin back in the water, man. Grow that fin back, dolphin. I'll be back for another one.
But the best kind of fin, if you're going to eat dolphin, is the kind where they've been in captivity. So it's
it's the bent fin, man.
The bent fin.
The limp, sad fin. If I was a mean man who owned a specialty deli, that would be my most expensive sandwich, the sad dolphin fin sandwich. And it would be all floppy and kind of tastes like fish, but it's actually like a mammal meat. And you know how much that would cost to make, because each dolphin only has one of those fins, and you'd have to keep it in captivity. So you have this dolphin, you raise it for 10 years in captivity just to cut the fin off. But you know what the funniest part is, Tasteless? What I would do when I cut the fin off is dump that poor sad dolphin back in the ocean so that he's finally free right before he dies.
Oh my God. It's like next we're going to open up a deli where they only make, I only sell meat that's from orangutans that learn sign language. All right.
This had to be a very smart orangutan. I don't eat stupid orangutans.
All right, we're getting back into this game now because it's actually starting to pick up, so there's stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And now we have Tech Lab on the way here. He might be going for Reapers.
Yeah, it looks like a double barracks. This is not like a 2 barracks pressure to expand. It doesn't look like. Of course, yeah, he's going to make a Reaper off of it really quickly, but I think he's going to get really quick stim probably with it. And that means that he's planning a lot of aggression for a long time, most likely. Now, one thing to point out is that Hart's doing wonderfully well in this tournament. Oh, my God. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's blocked. But Hart's doing really, really well in this tournament so far. And Huck, he's doing the worst. He's actually the lowest ranked right now. And, in fact, it is to the point I was talking to his manager, and if he does not win the rest of his matches, even winning the rest of his matches doesn't guarantee he's not top 2.
Right.
Some other people have to win and lose in certain ways. But he has to win this, or he's out in the bottom 2. So this is unbelievably important for him. But Hart's been killing everybody.
Hart is a very good player. I feel like he's oftentimes overshadowed by some of these other very good Terrans that we have here. I mean, you got people like MKP here, and then it's hard to remember that there are other Terrans at the event. But Hart is a solid player.
Well, Hart and Ganji are, I think they're in 2nd and 3rd, aren't they? The Terrans are really killing.
I guess so, yeah. I guess you're right.
I'm pretty sure.
No, I think that is correct, actually.
I'll have to see updated score later. We've been in here while other matches have been going on, but
oh, Reaper in here.
And how many kills? 2 kills.
Nice micro here by our Protoss Huck.
Yeah.
Pulling back the injured probes.
3 kills, though. That's pretty rough. You obviously don't want to lose any probes at all, but 3 is a relatively high number for this. The thing is, he'd never get a read on a Reaper actually coming out. Now, we do have Stim on the way, but also a command center. So Hart's going to go ahead and expand. This is a really interesting take on 2 racks because the aggression is, it's obviously going to be a little bit slower because the 2nd barracks had the reactor on it, which takes a long time to build. So he's not going to have as many Marines, but he does have that very quick Reaper to try to draw units into the main base so that he might be able to pressure better at the front. So that's one thing to think of.
Now, I was a little bit worried for Huck if he got attacked early on because he went for quick robo, but he's now chrono boosting out an Immortals, so he should be in pretty good shape. Immortals, especially right at the early game, are so strong compared to the other units that you can get out.
Oh, so true. If you have 1 Immortal out, you crush things like the 2 racks build. Seriously, it's You do really well with it. And see, as soon as that Immortal fires, he's like, well, I'm going to get out of here. So, you know what I'd love to see here? Yes, another Immortal. Oh, he canceled it. But I would love to see another Immortal, because if you do like a 2, well, normally it's a 3 Immortal push against something like this, it looks like he is gonna push no matter what here, because if someone goes 2 racks and doesn't damage you and you have an expand, you can counterattack with normally an Immortal-based army, like 2 or 3 Immortals, as many sentries you can afford, as many stalkers as you can afford, and you'll be able to bust their bunkers. You'll do a lot of damage, basically. And in fact, 2 racks became unpopular for a little bit because of that. So I think we are going to see a Huck move out and get aggressive relatively soon here.
Yeah, Huck getting more gateways here. Now, again, we have to be a little bit critical of Huck here. He has been, in general, not into upgrades, basically getting about 9 gates and trying to just overpower, trying to bludgeon his opponent. And many of the people he's been playing against are simply upgrading and investing in the late game, and the result is that they win, as long as they outlast Huck.
Well, here we go. Hart, almost going up the ramp. Good thing he didn't. He would have been crushed there. Oh, that was actually really scary for him. So he's going to have to be very careful about actually moving up any ramps here. Huck is playing a nice defensive game on top of that ramp. And oh, look at this. He's actually going to go straight into Colossus. All right.
2 base Colossus.
Yeah, and I mean, 2 base Colossus, I actually really like that opening, especially against aggressive players. The Colossus really cost efficient. You can get out quite quickly. And when you start forcing them to make Vikings, then, I mean, they need a bigger economy. So it's hard to stay aggressive against a good defensive 2 base Colossus.
Right, more barracks being thrown down here as the economy from the second base here is really starting to kick in. Let's start with this map for a little bit here. This is the map Shakras Plateau. It's a map that will essentially be split in half in almost any matchup you play. It can usually lend itself to some very long games, and I expect this game to be one of those long games. It should be pretty drawn out, pretty epic. Hart is using the factory right now to float around the map and just see if he can spot for any expansions or anything like that. You don't really use factory units in this matchup if you're doing the kind of style that Hart's playing. And because it has so many hit points, why not lift it off and just fly it around the map? Yeah,
you know, he doesn't need another starport until something crazy happens, whether it's a lot of Colossi are out or he loses a bunch of Medivacs or Vikings. Just steady production off of 1 Stargate with a reactor is normally enough. So even losing the factory, as long as you get some decent intel out of it, is fine.
As you can see here, guys, just more gateways coming up here. Do we have any forges? Yes, we have 1 forge. I don't think he's going to get a second forge. You can't get 2 forges and
yeah, 2 forges plus Colossi plus 6 gate.
Yeah, impossible.
But I like that he's getting 1 forge at least. You do want to start your upgrades, as you said.
Drop over here.
Ooh, all right, this drop doing a good job so far. He's got to be careful with these probes. Let's see how many probes he lost there.
Yeah.
Oh no, 16 probes going down. So I think that drop actually killed probably about 10 or 11.
I think so.
And I mean, that's pretty good to trade a few units for 10 or 11 probes at this point in the game. That's going to bring the probe count to 44 against 49 SCVs. You want to have a higher probe count than there is SCV count in this matchup, because of course they do have mules and you can chrono boost probes. So that's it hurts, but Huck's economy is still pretty good. You know, 44 probes, still decent.
He's going to try to gun down the pylon over here. And that's exactly what you want to do. I mean, just shave off little bits of Huck's army or base here, there.
Yeah, like he just traded.
Look, he's almost supply block now.
And not just that, now that was like a scouting pylon as well. Now he can't see that little tiny edge of his base, so his reactions are going to be worse. Good play by Hart, actually. We haven't gotten to actually cast him in this tournament so far,
yet.
I don't think. It just happens so that we were on different streams at different times, but he's been doing really well, and I've been wanting to be able to cast him and really see what kind of style you're using at this event, Hart. And, I mean, he's playing a pretty solid macro game here, which is really great to see.
Okay, so he may move out again. I think the real moment that we're going to see this game pick up is when players start to take a 3rd base. They're staying on 2 base for a long period of time. They're basically one guy's waiting for the other guy to take a base that he can attack him, but doesn't look like anybody's biting the bait. Now, Terran can make a big arc, a big concave out here, where the careful.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
What a move by Huck. That was huge right there. Now he basically has no Metavax. And Huck, well, he's going to have an Archon mixed in. He's almost got charge. He's making a lot of Immortals. And I kind of like Huck's position. I know that he's a little bit behind economically. Obviously, we're going to see this base go up first for his opponent. Oh, another gateway going up for Huck. So Huck is actually deciding that he's going to get aggressive in this game. 3 more gates. So Huck is going...
Oh, he's going to do a 2-base timing.
Yeah, he's doing a 2-base timing attack. Absolutely tasteless. And, I mean, it's with 2 Colossus, which is like a nice little spin on it. He's got to be careful not to lose those Colossus, so that's very important. Now, charge is done for him. He can actually attack pretty soon here. He's got to be careful not to lose
trying to have
units.
these Vikings avoid. Oh, I think he's going to go for it right now. Oh, but 2 bad force fields blocking the Zealots off. You want to have more Marines stuck on the other side. The Colossus just not really in use here. The Vikings come up for the kill. Goodbye.
Uh-oh, he is in a lot of trouble. Takes us no more splash damage. Now all the Vikings landing to do some extra damage, and it looks like Hart should be taking this game. GG.